3 days before he says he's going to deliver. Apparently, now is the time Musk feels the need to tell people the Tesla Semi has only just been tested. Yeah, Tesla Semi just been tested. Now, if you believe this, he has a Hyperloop to sell you, New York City to DC in 29 minutes. Yeah, right. I think that's about the time that it does the Vegas loop, isn't it? 29 minutes.
Oh my, there's a traffic jam.
Just received a verbal government approval for the Boring Company to build an underground New York to Philly, Baltimore to DC Hyperloop, New York City to DC in 29 minutes. Bullshit. Never gonna happen. I've seen a B reacts to Elon Musk criticizes Apple on Twitter.
Hey, Janae, Elon Musk is on a mission to find new ways to bring in cash at Twitter as advertisers continue to flee the platform, many of them citing Musk's controversial moves as the company's new owner. So Musk now announcing in a tweet, of course.
Sorry for the delay with tentatively launching Verified on Friday next week. What? You gonna launch it again? Or is this an old tweet?
Of course, that Twitter's new verified service will launch next Friday. He says it will include 3 colors of check marks: gold for companies, gray for government, and blue for individuals. And Musk
Golf companies, gray for individuals, and what?
adding that all verified companies, gray for government, and blue for individuals of check marks.
So golf companies, gray for government, and blue for individuals. Wait, but are you still going to pay for it? And if that's the case, is it verified or is it just a paid tick? And do the companies pay for their verified ticks, which aren't really verified, they're just paid?
It's gold for companies, gray for government, and blue for individuals. And Musk adding that all verified accounts will be manually authenticated before that checkmark is activated, a move that he calls painful but necessary.
Okay. So now we'll revert back to the way that it used to be. The idea you had didn't work, so let's revert back to the original idea. But are they paying for it?
The billionaire owner of Twitter previously said he will charge verified users a monthly $8 subscription fee. Analysts tell me that would account for just a fraction of Twitter's revenue. Advertising is the lifeblood of this company, but major advertisers have been hitting pause on Twitter ads. Some reports say that Twitter may have lost up to half of its big advertisers just since Musk took over. Janae, many companies say that they are concerned about brand safety and about how the platform will moderate the spread of extremist content under Musk's leadership. Right. So just a few weeks ago, Janae, Musk said that a content moderation council would make these decisions on reinstating accounts. Since then, we have seen Musk reinstate former President Trump, Ye, and so many others. And now he has taken a poll asking users if Twitter...
It decides everything by taking a poll. There's no decisions within Twitter. It's just the general public. And then even if the poll is against what he feels is the best option for Twitter, he'll just go with what he feels is the best option for Twitter. So the polls mean nothing anyway, unless it goes towards the high percentage of yes, if he wants something that's yes, and it goes to 72% yes, then he will go with that decision. If it's 72% no and he'd prefer yes, he would go with the yes decision anyway. Should Twitter offer a general amnesty to suspended accounts? Provided that they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam.
Elon Musk is going to war with Apple right now, and this party is just getting started, and it's going to get even crazier. This is his original tweet where he says, Apple has mostly stopped advertising on Twitter. Do they hate free speech? He tags Tim Cook. What's going on here, Tim Cook? Then Library Coin, if I can find it, Library Coin responded, says, during COVID, Apple demanded our apps filter some search terms from being returned. If we did not filter the terms, our apps would not be allowed in the store. Apple may be make good products, but they have been opposed to free speech for some time. And now, again, Elon just tweets this out. Apple has threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store, but won't tell us why. Now, as you know, with Elon Musk and his Twitter polls, he tends to post about something that he already has decided on. So when he posted...
Exactly, like I was just saying. If he's already made a decision on something, he'll ask the general public, and if they don't go with the way that he has decided, the decision that he's already going to go ahead with, he'll go ahead with it. Anyway, he's not going to be swayed by the poll that he puts up. He's just hoping that it'll go in favor of the decision that he's already predetermined. So, and then if it goes in the way that with the decision that he's already determined, then he will seem like he's going with the people, but he's not. He's full of shit.
The poll about does Twitter adhere to free speech? He had already made the decision he was going to buy Twitter. When he posted the poll about Donald Trump returning, he had already made the decision that Donald Trump was going to return to Twitter. So now you have to ask yourself, what's going on here with him posting this poll about Apple? And
Apple should publish all censorship actions it has taken that affect its customers. Yeah, but that's not a decision from him. That's a question. Apple should publish all censorship actions it has taken that affect its customers.
We had him a few days ago talk about maybe competing with Apple and Google by creating his own phone. He said he hopes it doesn't come to that.
That'll be a shit show.
But clearly, this man is a wild card. He's a madman in the best way possible. So if Apple and Google boot Twitter from the App Store, Elon Musk should produce his own smartphone. Half the country would happily ditch the bias snooping iPhone and Android. The man builds rockets to Mars. A silly little smartphone should be easy, right? And he responded to that.
Yeah.
He responded, if I can find his response.
He doesn't build rockets to go to Mars. He has people that build rockets for him to go, not even to Mars. Since when has he gone to Mars? Where are they getting this information from that he's gone to Mars? He's never sent a rocket ship to Mars at all. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, doesn't mean you've done it. But people seem to listen to what he says he's going to do within a time frame. It doesn't complete what he's going to do within that time frame, and then people assume that he's done that thing that he didn't complete within that time frame.
He said right here, I certainly hope it does not come to that. But yes, if there is no other choice, I will make an alternative phone.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. It'd be another failure on your list of many failures in the past. And when's this promised phone going to be delivered? Next year? And the next year you'll say next year, and next year you'll say next year. And the story will continue on going like that until people realize that you can't deliver what you promise.
So now we have all of this going on as he's posting these polls and he's going after Apple. So now all of this is happening and it's insane. Apple takes 30% tax from app developers who make over $1 million through the App Store on an annual basis. Apple's App Store is the equivalent of a 30% tax on the internet. Did you know Apple puts a secret 30% tax on everything you buy through their App Store? I did. Holy crap, this is getting wild. He is full on going to war with Apple, and he's going to go to war with Google as well. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm 100%.
He's going to lose if he goes to war with Apple and Google. In terms of Twitter, he will lose that battle. If Twitter has no place to be on Apple or Google, they can't be on Apple or Google. The only option is Android, and that's gonna completely diminish their users and their advertisers even more. He's not going to build a phone, especially in the time frame he would need to actually build a phone. He can't do anything within that 12-month span of promised time that he always gives for everything.
And here for it. As I said right here, this was my response right there. Elon going to war with Apple. I am ready, and I am
Cringe.
100% ready. Bring it on, Elon.
Very cringe.
This man is a madman in the best ways possible. And as this continues to play out, to mess with, he is the richest man, a madman. Elon Musk is not someone to mess with. He is the richest man in the world. He's a brilliant person. He's a wild card.
What makes him so brilliant? This is the problem with people that think that Musk is such a genius and he's so brilliant and he's the richest man in the world. He's the richest man in the world on paper because the stock of his companies are inflated, and also government incentives that he's been given for some of his companies that has put him as the richest man in the world on paper. But in terms of what he actually has in flexibility of what he can actually spend, if he had so much money, why does he get loans for Twitter? If he had so much money, why does he have to repay $1 billion worth of loans a year for Twitter? Doesn't sound like a genius to me. If he was actually the richest, okay. If he was as rich as what people think he is, then why would he go into debt and have to pay $1 billion a year for a company that doesn't make turnover $1 billion a year? I don't think that's a genius move.
He's a madman. And all of this is so damn entertaining to watch. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Let's go to Twitter Watch. Best of dying Twitter. My daughter was killed because of gun violence every day across America. Children are killed because of irresponsible adults who do not lock up guns. Seriously. Musk, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is there a mental health concern? Are you now using your $44 billion to incite violence? Don't see how this is inciting violence. He's got like replica. That, I don't know what the hell that is. That looks like some gaming gun. Does not look real in any sense of the matter. Drinks a lot of coke. That penis pump was a fake. That's great. Enlarger penis pump. This is a battle for the future of civilization. If free speech is lost, even in America, tyranny is all that lies ahead. Okay, you're not the savior of free speech. You're charging people $8 to have their content stay visible. How is that free speech? From what I last recall, free means not paid for. When you're paying for something, it's not free. Apple gave Fortnite the boot for not agreeing with App Store revenue share, and the game was making $1 billion on iOS. $1 billion plus on iOS. Something tells me Apple won't be rattled by Musk and his army of 150,000 users paying $8. Okay, 150,000 users paying $8. Yeah, agreed. I think Fortnite has a bigger footprint than Twitter, maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. It has not updated this stat, but we estimate it to be at 400 million. Fortnite has now over 350 million registered players. In April, players spent over 3.2 billion hours in game. Wow. And what's Twitter got? Twitter has around 450 million monthly active users as of 2022. Twitter has 237.8 million monetizable daily activity users as of Q2 2022. So they're a little more. So 100 million more users on Twitter. So it's a very similar situation. So I don't think Apple will back down because they have an extra 100 million users on their platform. They wouldn't care, especially with the fact that the advertisers pulling all their advertisement revenue. Maybe if Elon Musk didn't buy avocado toast, he wouldn't be asking us for $8. Tweet one of one violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race and ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. I don't think that did that at all. Maybe if Elon Musk didn't buy avocado toast, he wouldn't be asking us for $8. Where's the violence or threat or harassment? I don't get it. What junk is he on about now? We look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. First is freedom of speech and expression anywhere in the world. I'm going to find it on Twitter. Good times. Help me on my path to 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 to go.